Welcome to the next episode of our series where we secretly build the same Pokemon, then reveal our teams live and react in real time. Same Pokemon, no comparing notes. From competitive, meta-driven builds to laid-back casual picks, we welcome them all in hopes of inspiring the next generation of Pokemon trainers. Walk with us down the Champions Road. Alright everybody, today's episode we're going to be tackling on Raichu for Pokemon Champions. And just a quick rundown of Raichu. We have two different flavors. We have our regular flavor as well as the Alolan style. And on the regular, we also get the options for Mega Raichu Y and Mega Raichu X. Raichu, Mega Raichu Y, and Mega Raichu X all come in just electric. The electric Pokemon take 2 times damage from ground, whereas Alolan Raichu comes in as electric psychic. And Alolan Raichu takes 2 times damage from ground, bug, ghost, and dark types. And just running down the list of abilities. Standard Raichu comes built in with Static, has a 30% chance of inducing Paralyze when an attack that requires physical contact against the Pokemon hits, or Lightning Rod, where electric moves are drawn to that particular Pokemon. The moves do no damage, and the Pokemon special attack is raised by 1 stage. Raichu's base stat, hit points at 60, attack at 90, defense of 55, special attack at 90, special defense of 80, and a speed of 110. Alolan Raichu gets Surge Surfer, where his speed is doubled when electric terrain is active. Alolan Raichu has a hit point of 60, attack of 85, defense of 50, special attack at 95, special defense at 85, and a speed of 110. With Mega Raichu X, it gets Electric Surge, which creates electric terrain for 5 turns when it enters battle. Mega Raichu X gets 60 in hit points, 135 in attack, 95 in defense, 90 in special attack, 95 in special defense, and 110 in speed. And Mega Raichu Y gets No Guard, where all moves used by and against this Pokemon do not have an accuracy check. And finally, hit points at 60, attack at 100, defense at 55, special attack at 160, special defense at 80, and speed of 130. And so our builds are going to be ranging from competitive to casual, to a more casual setup. And so leading us off, Ryu, why don't you tell us about your build?
The Alolan Raichu. 2 points in special defense, and the 4 points is, the 4 speed, I believe that's like 1 point, I believe. Yes, and then item is Focus Dash, ability, Surge Surfer, and then I will in Calm, which is plus special defense minus attack. So it's a support Alolan Raichu for competitive wise. Yeah, and then the moves I have is Draining Kiss, Fake Out, Grass Knot, and Light Screen.
As a support Raichu, I think it does its job pretty well. I mean, you said the ability was Surge Surfer.
Yeah, he's got the Alolan.
Ryu. Okay, yeah. So I mean, an electric terrain makes it quicker. I mean, it's an electric terrain abuser. I mean, you've got screens there to mitigate damage, and I think overall pretty solid.
All right, Guren.
I gotta agree with Chase here too. The screens, that's the fun thing about Alolan Raichu, right? It's got that part psychic typing, and maybe it doesn't have. Maybe it didn't have to have the part psychic typing to have the screens probably, but it's such a nice touch to put it on, like, because it's another fast mon that you can utilize with screens, right? Like, when I think of a fast mon to utilize screens, I think of Dragapult, and like Alolan Raichu with that speed boost from like an electric terrain can also be your other like fast screen setter, right? If I remember, you said you had Fake Out on it as well, so Fake Out is always a good good flincher to have too, right? It's gonna be fast, so it's gonna be, granted, electric terrain is up as well, so it's gonna be the faster, most of the time, Fake Out that's gonna pop out, which is always very nice.
I kind of like the fact that you've built this as a support Pokemon instead of the main character. His speed just really does well, especially when you've combined the electric terrain and Surge Surfer. So yeah, like I like this. I like the fact that you just kind of made the no.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. This is a great mind. Thank you so much.
All right. Guren, what's your build?
So I am also doing a competitive build, and I am going to take up that main character build that you have just said, because I have also chosen Alolan Raichu for my Raichu as well. I mean, gotta represent the home region. So what I have is a Alolan Raichu. It's running a Modest Nature, and it's going to have 32 points into HP, 2 points into defense, and 32 points into special attack. Honestly speaking though, the HP can be interchanged with like putting the 32 into defense instead. So it's kind of like up to your flavor there, but I specifically just have it on the high HP just so that it can get a little bit more HP. The only downside to that is the fact that I did put a focus sash on mine. So like maybe that all that HP might be detrimental to it. So maybe if you want to put a citrus berry on instead, you can probably do something like that. But I just wanted to make sure it at least tries to stay in the field for at most 2 turns, right? Like if possible, depending on what you do, right? My move set is Fake Out, Psychic Noise, which is a psychic type move that prevents the target from healing. So like it can't take berries, it can't use recover, stuff like that. And then I just went with like a very strong stab in like Thunderbolt, right? Because Thunderbolt, you can't really go wrong with it. And then you have Protect as your last option for its defensive option. So like nothing wrong there. And yeah, and then this thing, I have no speed investment because it's going under the assumption that it is going under electric terrain. So its speed is going to double into 260, which I think right now in Champions, the fastest Pokemon I think is like base 1. Shoot, I was just looking at it. I think it was like base 150 or I think like 150 or something, which I think equivalates to like 220, I think, if they max it out. So that's like what, Mega Alakazam and I think Mega Aerodactyl, like those two. So like just having the one electric terrain boost already makes like Alolan Raichu the fastest thing on the field, like regardless of points or not being invested into it. So, and yeah, like I said, that's going to be the main character. Since he is a main character, I did give him the nickname of Malasada, since apparently that's what transforms these Pikachus into Alolan Raichus. And very good pastry though if you've never had it. I believe it's Portuguese though, I don't remember. I gotta go look that up. But yeah, so that's just what I have on it basically. It's just literally like just run gun, glass cannon, whatever you want to call it. Just like get in there, get out, bam.
So, Alolan Raichu eats pancake. According to the anime, although the anime did call onigiri a donut, but like, you know, we can move past it. Well, I really like the inclusion of Psychic Noise. I think it's actually a perfect move for Alolan Raichu, and I think very underutilized. Other than that, I don't know what more I can say about the build. Again, another solid build, and you know, something I can see doing pretty well. And you know, with Raichu already having an experience, I think, what is it, base 110, base 130, somewhere there. You know, you're not gonna find mons that outspeed it very easily. And if you do, they'll probably be in sort of niche-ish scenarios. I haven't played Champions in a hot minute, but so I don't know how things might have changed. But yeah, again, pretty solid.
Okay, yeah, it's bigger. No, sorry, come on. Offensive, yeah. No, I like it. Like it. Offensive. Just one casual, I believe. Yeah.
For me, like, the Psychic Noise kind of took me off guard, and honestly, that's a good thing because it's one of those. Raichu is fast. You've got Surge Surfer, so you throw down Psychic Noise and forget it. You've now just crippled your opponent from being able to use anything. For what is it? Is it for
healing?
For 2 turns. So like every other turn, you Psychic Noise, and they'll never heal. Honestly, it's a really good beatdown build. I kind of have to appreciate this one. Yeah. Okay. Chase, your build.
The following is my Raichu build. I have nicknamed it Peek at You. A little
nice,
paying a little homage to his previous stage. I chose Mega Raichu X, and Mega Raichu X is, I believe, the more physical of the two Mega Raichus. My build is sort of more for casual play, but you know, if you want to try it in competitive, go ahead. I wish you the best of luck. So of course it's holding the Raichu Knight X. The ability, it does become Electric Surge. I gave it the Adamant Nature. The points I put into its stats are as follows: 32 points into attack, 17 points into defense, and 17 points into special defense, just to give it a little more viability, because it's more of like a glass cannon kind of vibe. The moves I gave it were Drain Punch to get a bit of HP back from recoil, which will become evident with my next move, which is Volt Tackle, 33% recoil and 10% chance to paralyze. For my third move, bit of an odd one, I went with Tickle to give, the enemies a little tickle to lower their attack and defense by stage. And then just to try and get that extra paralyzed chance, I went with Body Slam in the last move slot.
Body Slam. Okay. See, when I first heard you say Mega Raichu X, I'm like, oh yeah, we're getting the physical build. Let's go, right? And then you mentioned Drain Punch, and I'm like, yes, gonna Drain Punch and Volt Tackle, hopefully. Heck yeah, Volt Tackle. Like Electric Surge on Mega Raichu X is just so nice. Like, I need to try it out myself. Maybe I'll try to build a team around that in Champions later. But like, it just seems so cool, right? Like it's you Drain Punch. I mean, after you Volt Tackle, get all that HP back. You'll be doing a lot, like a very good, like decent amount of damage for it, and you probably recover quite good a bit too. The fact that you also put Tickle, oh my goodness. I can just imagine Mega Raichu X be like, he's just going up to the opponent, he's all like, coochie coo, like Drain Punch, Sucker Punch into the face kind of thing. And then Body Slam. I mean, that's just nice, right? That's another option like you can have to possibly, also paralyze the opponent, right? So like that's always like a nice thing to have. So, but yeah, I love it. I love it. Like physical Raichu, I always thought to be like a very like niche and like fun thing to play. And then now the fact that you can emphasize it more with Mega Raichu X is just amazing.
Yeah, I just want to hop in quickly. So for the third move slot, which I ended up choosing Tickle, I just thought about this because you did mention Sucker Punch. I was playing with the idea of Upper Hand, which is, for those who might not know, is a fighting type move, which is a combination of Sucker Punch and Fake Out. So it has a 100% chance to flinch, but it fails if the opponent isn't using a priority move. So kind of a combination of the two, but yeah. So I ended up going with Tickle instead. I thought it's less situationally dependent.
Well, yeah, I like the hybrid glass canyon build. That's another build I would have done too. Casual or competitive. I like it. That's all.
No, I like the idea of the Tickle and the Body Slam combo, because you can literally just go from one into the next and just really pour on the damage, and the chance to paralyze is just insult to injury. Had you not gone Raichu X, I would have recommended going with the King's Rock for that extra flinch roll on top of that. So really just to hammer in the whole, you aren't doing anything this turn. Thank you. I find it interesting that you went that route with them, but I like it. I really like it. Although I didn't know that, for a half second you mentioned Body Slam and my brain went to the Thailand-based heavy metal group that I've recently discovered. My build. One of these kids is not like the other, and that kid is Chase, because I too went Alolan Raichu.
Let's go.
That's like cake.
I enjoyed Alolan Raichu. Like, I've been trying to step out of my normal comfort zone with certain Pokemon, and the fact that Raichu did get a Mega, I've never really toyed too much with Alolan Raichu. I've only recently discovered how fun it can be, and I utilized Raichu in a certain way when we were doing some gym leaders type stuff. And so this time around I wanted to try something a little bit different, a little bit cheekier. And so I went with Alolan Raichu, Surge Surfer ability, obviously. I gave it the Adamant Nature because I was pushing for a physical attack build. And the item I gave it is the Poison Barb. And I know what you're thinking, Draco. What is wrong with you here? And the answer is simple. I want to open up with the move Fling, and the Poison Barb is one of the items that gives you the highest damage off of Fling. So when you combine the damage potential of Poison Barb with Fling, you get somewhere in the vicinity of about 150 in the attack stat damage for the move, which is great for the one time you can use it. But see, that's where my next move comes into play, which is Thief. because if I'm out of an item, I'm just going to steal yours and chuck it right back at you. So I'm literally just pulling the item out of your hand and just hitting you with it. But just in case, for whatever reason, I don't have an item available, which would make Fling and Thief kind of useless, I also did go into play rough territory and finished off with Electro Ball, since Surge Surfer would be active, most likely. Well, I would normally set this up with a Pinchurchin to get Surge Surfer going, so I would have to have a different Pokemon to set that for me. But figured the Electro Ball with the speed increase would be fun on its own, and then just Play Rough to really just, with Play Rough really just coming in for the end, just to finish things off. I just really went for a straight bruiser and a little cheeky play with the item steals.
I like it a lot. Would Poison Barb poison the opponent, or is it just purely for damage? No, wait, it wouldn't. No, because you're not swapping it. You're just literally throwing it at them. Okay, no. Well, in that case, still pretty decent. I do like Fling being on there. Would make for a very interesting battle. Again, a solid build from a mind that I haven't quite worked out how it works yet, and I've known this man for a good couple of years now. So interested to see what else we come up with, but overall, I think pretty unique. I think Fling definitely stands out. I didn't know Poison Barb was actually one of the highest damaging items when thrown at someone, although a spiky ball does kind of make sense.
Okay, so looking on Cerebi, it looks like Poison Barb does indeed poison the opponent when you fling it at them. So that's pretty nuts, honestly. But besides that, yeah, I like it. You're just using Fling, like you're getting that speed boost already, so you're getting that Fling trying to poison something, which is already pretty, pretty cruddy for the opponent. And then you're running Thief on it too, just to try and steal their item to see what kind of item they have too. So that's always like a very nice like niche or unique thing to do. And then the Play Rough, not bad. It has that chance to lower attack as well. So like that's always like another plus side. And then the last move was Electro Ball. See, that's the one thing I totally forgot about. Like, it does get Electro Ball, and because its speed is being doubled in that electric terrain, that Electro Ball is going to be doing like a lot of damage, like regardless of the opponent, right? I mean, it'll probably do, like do things like I said in my my previous like thing about like the Mega Alakazam, Mega Aerodactyl, like I think they're like 220 after maxing out their speed, but like Alolan Raichu is 260, so you're still having like that 30 extra points or so. I think it's 30. I'm not entirely sure now, but you had those extra points of like speed that just gonna make that Electro Ball just do damage, right? So like you compare that to like somebody that's like super slow, then I think there's a cap, right? But I mean, it's still a lot of damage. Granted, they're not resistant to it or anything. So like I totally forgot about that, and that is amazing. Putting Electro Ball on there.
Okay, yeah, pretty good. I like it. I would dust up that around too. Yep, that's pretty good.
So just real quick, just because I want to kind of touch base on this one, there were a lot of different ways we could have gone with our Raichu build. I mean, was there something that, a move or some kind of a build that you think should have deserved an honorable mention? Like in my case, I love the fact that Alolan Raichu is a skill swapper, and because of Surge Surfer, it makes him one of the fastest skill swappers in the game, which means that you can totally wreck someone's strategy right off the jump, especially if you've got something that sets the terrain up the moment it comes in, or not the moment that it comes in, but if it sets up the terrain, you can skill swap Surge Surfer onto your partner Pokemon, or even set up the electric terrain yourself, and next turn skill swap the Surge Surfer, especially if you can see someone telegraphing the the Trick Room and completely screw over your opponent.
So I've come to two realizations. The first one being Psychic type has been associated with your smarter Pokemon. Pikachu has come in various cosplays. I feel like my Pikachu is the Rockstar Pikachu, or would it be the Rockstar Pikachu? And all of your guys' would have been the Professor Pikachu that wears like the glasses and the lab coat. And I feel like my Raichu is the bully of the group. Secondly, of all possible ways these builds could have gone, or different forms, somehow 3 out of the 4 people choose the same one, I feel like there was some elaboration which is not allowed.
There was no collaboration.
No,
It's revenge against the bully. Yeah, I'm just
I told you, great minds think alike. Like I said, I'm psychic.
Well,
I guess like an honorary mention for like Pikachu is like we did mention Alolan Raichu, we did mention Raichu X. Literally you can build any of those on like a regular Raichu when you think about it, right? So like and the same can be said for like the honorable mention of like Mega Raichu Y. It's literally just a Pokemon that gets no guard, so like it can't miss its moves, more or less. So you can just literally just make that like a very special like sweeper or any kind of sweeper. Just put on all the inaccurate moves that you can on it. So Thunder, Focus Blast. I don't know what the other ones are, but those are the first ones that come into mind. And then you can just put like, I don't know, Grass Knot for coverage, I think, right? And then just maybe slap on Protect on it too. And then bam, like that's just a very honorable mention for like Mega Raichu Y. Simple to use, more or less, but just to add a little bit more variety to our 3 Alolans and 1 X.
sorry, I had to keep the spirit of my boy X alive, the forgotten PokeSphere host who was unable to make it this recording.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If Skill Swap was not linked to just Alolan Raichu, I would have actually gone with Raichu Y, because skill swapping no guard to my opponent means that Thunder is 100% hitting.
I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't need any more no guard entrainment shenanigans. I don't want it.
Those are the best kinds of shenanigans.
I know, but I just hate it. I like and hate, it's just like that like it, love, hate kind of thing. It's just, oh god. But that would be kind of cool though. That would be kind of cool.
I feel like I figured out how Draco's brain works. I think he single-handedly wants to bring down the Pokemon competitive scene through frustration and rage quitting.
That's usually how I play my Marvel Snap games. All right. And with that brings our episode to a close. What are your thoughts about our builds? What kind of builds would you put together for a Raichu? Let us know down below. We'd love to hear it. Be sure to share, like, subscribe. You can follow us on X and on Blue Sky. We're also found on Rumble and YouTube for videos. And we have our Discord, which you are always welcome to come and join. Free of charge, no paywalling here. And as always,
See you in the next video.